Okay, so my project is based on Corinth, which is actually the Corinthian helmet right here that's shown. It was actually named, of course, by the city, state Corinth. So here's my first project that the first supply that I bought from Home Depot. But however, when I got home, I realized that it's not going to work. So that's plan A is out. So this is plan B. I decided to use like a balloon and like newspaper and make the glue paste with water, mixed with water to form the paste. I think it's called paper match it, like how you make a home, like do it yourself piñata. So this is where I form like the balloon and like try to shape the dome of the head. So my idea was to place the mask. It's like a Mardi Gras mask that I bought from Dollar Tree. Like I needed to get that shape of that form on the balloon, trying to form the helmet. So what I did was tape each side and put it on the balloon, and I traced it over. So after I took the time to trace it over, then I tried to form like the mouthpiece and the headpiece, and then that's my guidance to paste. That's where all I should paste the newspaper and glue to shape the mask of the helmet. Actually, the shape of the helmet and by using the newspaper. And so this took me a while because I had to redo paste every single newspaper and glue on it, and I had to do it more than once actually on here. So as you can see, I know it's all scribble scrabble, but on the balloon, but I had to use it as a guidance for me to know where to paste the newspaper onto the balloon. And yeah, well, this is the mixture that I did was 1 bottle of the glue and half a cup of water, and I had to mix it well, as you can see. And so I'm about to be ready, and then to put everything on here. So I'm just taking a picture of everything that I did. So here it goes when I start pasting the newspaper. As you can see, inside the black line, using it as my guideline, and just brushing the glue. It's like repeating the same step over and over, putting a little bit, brush a little bit on both sides, and pasting it on the balloon, and using the brush to comb it out to make sure there's no bubble in between or so. So I had to repeat this step over and over and over until I covered the part that I needed to be covered here. So as you can see, it's just basically drying out, and here is well, that's actually dry. So I used the cereal Captain Crunch cereal box to use it so I can do the bottom mouthpiece, as you can see here. So it took me a while to get to the final one that I wanted, the final shape. So this was my final one that I did. So I cut it out and like paste it on the front of the mask to shape that the mouthpiece, as you can see here. And so after that, I had to wait to it dry so I can spray paint it with the metallic gold. As you can see, I'm just showing it right here, like every single picture, sorry, from different angles. And this is what I used to spray paint it. So my goal was to spray paint this, and then it sit to dry, and then I can put use this as a guidance for me to glue my Skittles on here. As you can see, like it's the shape and everything. It's everything I wanted on here, but as you can see, it's just sitting there waiting to dry. And but sadly, I wasn't able to use this because my son got a hold of this, and he damaged it. So he actually ripped it apart. So it was sad because I was on my final step right here. But here is the pictures that show, like, yeah. So he used that bat. He probably thought it was a soccer ball or a baseball. But yeah, rest in peace to my helmet. But that was plan B. So here's my plan C, which was my final one that I had to come up with. So I just literally used the glue gun and just used the Skittles and just start forming the shape of the helmet from the bottom to the top. Like, I just had to do that. I mean, plan A didn't work. Plan C was destroyed by this little human being that he probably didn't mean to, but yeah. So this is my final plan C. So what I did was just to glue every single piece of Skittle next to each other and trying to form to the shape of the helmet. And I just had to do the best I can and try to be so creative with it. And it's just the pictures. I'm just trying to see the pictures right here. It's just yeah. And after I got to the part that after I got to the shape and the details that I wanted my helmet to look, the final touch, adding the final touch and details to it too. Well, it's still, of course, it's still these pictures, of course, it still show like I'm still working on it. But my point is, at the end, after I got to my final touch and detail of how I wanted my helmet to look like, I sprayed painted with the gold metallic spray paint. And after that, I used black feathers to put it in the middle to make it look like the plum helmet, the plum Corinthian helmet. So I'm just going before I'm talking way before my pictures, but here are like some final touches here of how I wanted my helmet to look. Sorry, that's like glue gun. You're like, it looks like Halloween, but no. And yeah. So when you get to the end, you'll see that the final touch is all like the Skittles is no longer colorful Skittles. It's no longer rainbow. It's all gold, and it looks really nice. Like, I think, like I did a good job. But it's gold and then black feathers and something different. So I hope you like it and enjoyed it. And yeah, that's about it. We haven't got to the final part of my last picture. Just going through the process of how my mask, my helmet, my Corinthian helmet is looking. So yeah, here's the part of the final details right here. And then after this will be spray painted in gold. And after that, I had to let it dry overnight. And yeah, I really like the touch of that gold. And after that, I was able to do the feathers on it. As you can see. And we're getting closer to the final to the final ending of the project. So these are the black feathers that I was talking about that I had to cut and paste on it. As you can see, I don't know why it stopped.